Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Alliance War video. So here we have War 9 of the season. No, it's not actually, it's War 10 of the season. I'm just losing track of time. So you can see there I'm just changing champions around. I had a rough idea who I was going to be bringing in this war. But when we kind of did the assignments and change of planning the next morning, my team had slightly changed. So you can see war ends in 11 hours. The team of Hercules for the very first time, I believe, this season. Nick Fury and Human Torch. And I'm going to be starting off on Path 5. So here we've matched an alliance called Space Bastards. Now, as we know, and as I know from previous, these are an alliance that have a very good AQ score. They're very, very competitive on pretty much all fronts. So I was very surprised to see them at the P2 level. Again, that seems very weird to me. I know even a few times I'm sure we faced them in GT when they were probably like P1 Masters range. So I'm guessing they've just maybe not had the best season so far. But we're going to go into this fight here, and obviously Hercules. Ideally, I would want a white Magneto on this, being like 100% perfect, and I'd literally just parry heavy him to death. It'd be that simple, and I wouldn't even bother. So here we're going to bait the special one. The Infuriate helps to have that on, and I'm going to knock him down here quick. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to try and get the special one intercept. So you see there, I now have the passive fury, the precisions to the extra critical damage. So now I'm just trying to find an opening, and the only person that actually finds an opening is Magneto there. You can see he hands a nice cheeky intercept to me, so I really appreciated that. Thank you, Magneto. And then I'm going to go in here now. I've got the special 2 ready to go. I am going to parry heavy to get the fury, get the protection off, dash back into the special 2 intercept, and you just see all of Magneto's health just disappear. And that's just the Hercules way. He's a bit of a boss man. I was trying not to use him because he is very much a cheat code in Alliance War. He's instantly going to be banned again next season, and for the most part he's my AQ champion for them reasons. And yeah, he's just basically for the most part unkillable. So here I wanted to get the intercepts off quite early, and if I could build a few extra charges, then the feats of strength, not charges, then I would. This Hitmonkey has a heavy hitter on, so again just parrying heavy where I can. And then I'm actually going to be very, very patient here, and I'm just going to wait out the sensors. Now, some people might try and risk it and go in, but I just didn't think it was worth it. And here I timed this perfectly, so literally as the protection drops, he gets knocked down again from the special 1, and he then gives me the Furies. So as soon as these run out, as you see here, now we can go in and we can do some real damage to him. Bait the special 1, he gets the protection up, and then we can just keep hitting. And the plan here is to bait the special 1. If I remember rightly, I then try and get up to my special 2, which is here. So parry heavy. Give it a few seconds. He throws the special 1 really straight away, which is nice because it kills a few more seconds. Just dance around. Do the okie dokie. And there we go. Hitmonkey down 2. So that is Path 5 in Section 1 completed. I didn't actually have any of the shared fights in this section. So as soon as it's clear, then you see a couple of hours later now, this is like 2 hours later than the first fights. I'm now going to be doing my section 2 quite quickly, just throwing on some really small boosts. You can see here I've got them in the overflow. I believe I actually used a 20% because that one's in the overflow too. Yeah, probably should have saved that for a later fight that you're going to see in the video, but hey ho. So anyway. This Penny Parker, again, I'd much prefer to have a white Magneto on it. But, yeah, I didn't have that choice. Not possible for it to happen, so it didn't happen. We've got Hercules, and so the plan is where I can, I'm just going to try and get some cheeky intercepts off at the start where there's no real buffs on anyone, no one's really doing anything, it's just like a perfect chance to get them. There, off of 1 bar of power, she instantly gets the chance to auto block me, which was really kind of her. This is why I love my rank 4 Penny, because yeah, she's just a nuisance. Anyway, here I choose to do the parry heavy just to get that extra feat of strength and the charge for later fights quicker. And I know that it's going to give me the power flood, but I'm okay with that. There, I somehow weirdly managed to get the special intercept. I've not really ever managed to do that before. So I'm going to have to watch that back, because the timing on that was very, very weird. But you see here, she's back to 100 charges. She's now got the special free because of Spite on the precisions. And I'm just laying into her here like, come on, just drop. Just drop. Don't throw the special free at me. Just drop. And luckily she does. So where in the past I've been screwed before, looks like I've got away with it this time. Anyway, now we're going to go into this Spider Ham. This rank 4 Spider Ham, by the way. Someone has put a big investment into this, and I respect it. He's very, very annoying for the most part on this node, and my Nick Fury is only rank 3. So I'm going in with a slight class advantage, but rank disadvantage. So the plan of action where I can is to bait the special ones. There he blocked, and we held block and then dash back, for example, for a little while. I think it's like 1.2 seconds or something. So it then means he gets the chance to evade straight away. So I did the heavy attack, cleared off all the debuffs so I could throw the special one without taking any power sting damage. Because ideally for this fight, as soon as you get to a special one, you want to be throwing it. Just to keep Spider Ham's spider nonsense rubbish down. Especially this aspect of evolution and the kinetic transference nodes on here. You just kind of want to keep managing the fight and have it at a decent tempo like this. Like if Spider Ham's going to constantly keep throwing special ones, that's the dream. End the combos with a light attack, and then you can get all these bleeds. So you can see here, as soon as, for the most part, as soon as I get a bar of power, I am trying to release it, and I have been. I think it's around here, yeah. So evades, I managed to get rid of it. And now I can see I have the power sting, so I go to throw the heavy to get rid of them. And the evades the last bit of it. So then I'm like, I just don't care enough. I'm just going to throw it. Take the power sting damage, purify it all off, not be bothered. And then get a parry here, which gives him quite a bit of power, as you can see. Throw another bleed on, but he's now in like the last 5%. So I know the next bleed and combo is going to kill him anyway. And there we go. All good, all done. So 4 fights so far. 4 pretty reasonable solos. This Hulk in here was not my fight. I was not taking that. I did ask later on when it got a bit close time-wise, but we still decided, well, I decided no, because I didn't want to use an invuln or anything for it. So here we're going to do this King Gru on the Safeguards Vigorous Assault mini-boss. And you're going to see here that it's basically, especially with Hercules, you just keep hitting the guy. Sounds so simple. So simple when people say it like that. The weird thing about King Gru on this node, and I mistime it here slightly, is that if you knock him down while he has the Furies up, as soon as he gets the debuff on him from Conduit, from being knocked down, he actually instantly shrugs it off. So you can sort of time it that way and get it all perfect. There, I know I can do that, but I had the timing slightly weird, so didn't fancy trying to punish it. And you're going to see in a second, I do actually go for it and do it again, just because I do want the heavy charge. I want to keep loading up Hercules as much as I can. So we're going to see here, dash back, and then drop the heavy attack. It does give him the plasma, but it is what it is. And here I'm just like, oh, if he's already got the plasma, sure, we may as well give him the rest. So here you go, here's the cold snap. But luckily the Fury came up at the same time, he shrugged it off, now the plasma's gone, and we can just go back to doing damage. So a big long way just around getting a couple more charges, just enjoying the fight, having fun with Hercules. And again, I'm going to try not to use him where I can, because as everybody knows, he's broken. But it is what it is. It's the way the game is now with the ban list and the white list. It's all good fun. And you can see I don't have suicides on. Now, if you're watching any or most YouTubers and any content creators in general that are doing any form of high tier war, they'll probably instantly turn suicides on with Hercules. Maybe have a white Magneto or an Eye Hulk or something in their team with them, and just run riot with boosts, the suicides, everything, and fights will be over really, really quick. But I just decided I wasn't bothered, and that was it. So next up on this right side of the mini boss is a Hulk Buster. I believe whenever we've done this before when Hercules was banned, we actually used like Black Widow Clairvoyant or something like that for this. But Hercules is open, and Hulkbuster says thank you very much. Have a cheeky little combo on my behalf. So Hulkbuster gave me a little bit of a beat down there, but it is what it is. Getting the shocks and the armor breaks, you can see there isn't a crazy amount of damage that's being applied to me from the shocks and the armor breaks, like especially with the willpower. But when it's just the armor break, it's pretty nice. You can see here again, it's just relatively close health wise, and Hulkbuster is just dropping like crazy. It's going to be in a second that I think I get the Infuriate here. He does that. I go for the heavy attack. Nice, 2 more charges. So now Hercules is on 10. And yeah, this fight is just a doddle. It's a real shame that I don't have to use Hercules again. But it shows you just how easily he can nuke for a map. Didn't hit Immortality. I was close. This combo here, him hitting me 5 times. I was like, really? 5 hits into the block? Okay. But we still managed to get through it, so no items used on Hercules, thank God. No special 1 starts, no cosmic boost, no. Just letting Hercules do Hercules type things. Then we've got this Rintra on node 55, I think it is, with the Desaurian and the Brute Force. So I have a White Magneto and my own Nova Flames for this fight. Plan of action, just beat the crap out of him when he gets the chance and he throws his special 1s. Then I'm going to be just doing a couple of dashbacks and throwing a heavy attack just to reduce them charges down again. It's going to give him a few more Nova Flames, but I'd rather control the charges and have that all a bit easier than do anything else. There I land a half decent intercept, then throw the medium white medium combos again, get the power stings up. There I parried by accident. The Rupture's not really doing anything to me. And then now just going to be going through again, just doing a special 1. And this is all this fight is going to be. It's just going to be baiting these special 1s. And then just throwing this, like throwing these combos at him in the between time. And just waiting for him to go down. I think it's like I want to say it's like a 2.5, 3 minute fight maybe. Maybe even longer than that. Just because I'm not really building Smolders up very quick, so I'm not really wanting them to constantly smack my block. Because I do have one more fight left to do after this. So yeah, as you can all gather, I was given boss duty. But the point, before we get into that, what I need to make is even before we got to Hulkbuster, this war was already very much lost. I'm trying to speak with the officers right now to potentially reduce the loyalty spending from a few players within the Alliance and just trying to look after themselves and maintain their accounts a little bit. Just because right now, winning or losing wars, it seems like we're in P2 and that can't really change. So I don't really want to be wasting them. And so you can see here, boosting wise, I'm just very minimal boosting. Like them last 3 mini bosses, I had a 10%. I didn't even have a 10% champion boost on. I had a 10% attack and a 15% health boost and did all them 3 right mini bosses. Now I'm going into this boss with hardly any on. I don't even have a White Magneto pre-fight for this boss, so I lose attack bonus there too, or attack boost in there. And we're just going to go into this Doctor Doom, and basically my intention is let's just do as much damage as I can, see how it goes. So anyway, we go in here, we're just chilling about. We're just going to, basically the plan of action for the most part is try and get as many Nova Flames as we can, get a decent amount of Smolders, and then when he does the special 1 with the aura, just dance around. Just enjoy it, do some Salsa 101 with Doctor Doom. You see there, the block damage is pretty horrific, but that's what we know we've come to expect. So there I should have also carried on a combo. I didn't get the shock on me, but I don't like to. I didn't want to take the risk at the time. I thought if I can solo, then perfect. Like, it'd be nice to see you can do it, especially with these boosts and the fact that it's only a rank 3 Human Torch. And again, I had the perfect chance there to do a few more hits. And here I'm pushing back to the special 1, trying to keep just some more power sting damage. And you can see here I brought it pretty level. To say that I went in straight away with like 83% or something from the Rintra fight and the end of the Rintra fight Here's where I mess it up. So I just didn't dex apparently. Game just decided, nope, not today, you didn't dex. So that's just what it is. Here I threw the special 2. Knowing that I had a free go because of Conduit and him being shock immune, I knew I had 1 free knockdown. So I just used it there, just in case I had any adrenaline to come back to, because I wasn't really like watching my health too much at this point. I was more kind of looking across at Doom's health and his power and trying to figure out what my my next game plan was. So there, another dex. And again, we're bringing this fight, slowly but surely, we are bringing this back. It looks good. And then we're going to go here. He gets another like blocked hit on, or I get a blocked hit. So it's another smolder. And they are building up. We're getting there. Like I said, we're just dancing around. None of us really wants to give each other the opening. Here he throws a special 1, and I dex it just too early. So now I'm trying to dodge around. Luckily, he tries to slap the face off me, but I missed. And there is where I messed up. So I thought the timer on him was off, and I just forgot that I still had a precision buff. Went to hit him, and he just went, nope, not today. Bang, get out of here. So, yeah, good fun. Now, I knew this fight was also very much possible because I have seen other people on YouTube do it, which is the reason why I brought Nick Fury as like a backup. We did also have a few other Nick Furies in case because we only had 1 Human Torch pre-fight. So whatever happened after the pre-fight with Human Torch, like a Nick Fury somewhere was going to be the next option for this Doom. So I was like, sure, let me have a crack at it. I'm not really that bothered. It is what it is. So ending all my combos with light attacks. And I get to the point where apparently apparently I didn't dex, which is sad, but these things just happen. It's what it is. It's part of the game right now. There he managed to get rid of that shock, and then he's just wanting to go wild with his backhand. He is fuming that I did to even like step into this match. So now, because I'm only on 3%, I know no matter what, I'm going into my second life. So I push him up to the special 3, get the extra bleed damage off from that light ending bleed, and then we just get through the fight that way. So we're going to get into the second life here. I tried to get in like an intercept there on the dash back, but he didn't really give me the opportunity. And I also mess up here. I should not have hit him anywhere close after he had this aura. And then it just kind of put me on the back foot, but again, I wasn't really too bothered at this point. I was just more wanting to just nuke this guy down, get rid of him, get him done, get this war ended. Because like I said, we knew it was a loss. Unfortunately, even in the battle group that I was in, we had people contribute a rather high number of deaths today. It didn't really obviously go to anyone's plans, sadly. I feel sorry for the officer that did all the planning, because they spent a lot of time trying to plan it for people to basically just toss it off. But you can see there, Dr. Doom's down. It's technically our first boss fight of the season done. And yeah, that's the war done. So that's war 10. Hopefully get P2. I'm pretty sure we're nailed on for it. But I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.